What's up? Welcome back. It's your boy, Joseph Lane, Mr. Joseph, Lane Sensei, whatever you want to say. I'm glad to have you back. Don't worry about hitting that like button because I don't care about the algorithm. As for subscription, no need. You're legally obliged to see me 4 times a week. And you will continue to do so heaps this year. So don't worry about subscribing. Right, let's crack into it. I was telling you that you need to learn a few skills. One of those skills is substitution. Yeah, we're going to be looking at substitution today. There's almost always a question that looks like this, okay? And these are super, super easy to get marks from, okay? These are easy to get marks from because you've been doing all this for a really long time. Now, the only thing that I'd say is as you're substituting things here, remember your brackets, okay? And these are really important, but it's not so obvious why these are important. So every time that I substitute in a number here, I'm going to put brackets around it, and I'll show you why in a second. So oh, let's crack in to the problem that we've got here. So I'm going to rewrite this equation right here, and as I do so, every time I see a Q, I'm going to write in a 2, and every time I see a P, I'm going to write in a negative 3. Okay, so let's have a go. 3, and now I see a Q, so I'm going to open up my brackets and put in my 2. Open bracket, close bracket, 2. And remember, because a letter and a number are right next to each other in this case, we assume that there's a multiplication sign in here. Okay, so I've just put my multiplication sign in there to make it easier for me. All right, continuing on. Minus 6 plus 4, open bracket, and P is negative 3 squared plus Q, which is 2, squared plus 3. Okay, so now let's have a look at why I put my brackets around things. Okay, some people look at this and look at this right here, and they'll see negative 3 squared. And so they'll look at this, they'll see negative 3 times negative 3 equals 9, which is great, right? That's perfectly fine. That's exactly what we want to see. The problem is when some people see negative 3 squared. And what that looks like is the negative of 3 times 3, which is negative 9. And of course, this is wrong, right? We don't want to be squaring 3 and then making it negative. We want to square negative 3. Okay, so it's really important that our brackets are going in there just to remind us what it is that we're actually doing. Okay, we just want to be reminded what we're actually doing. So let's go through and we're going to follow our bed mass order. Okay, so first thing we're looking at is brackets. Well, none of these brackets really do anything for us. We've put in the brackets, so they're not super useful. Okay, so we're going to ignore those. And then we're going to go exponents, and we're going to do all of the exponents here, and we're going to get rid of them. Okay, so I'm starting with my 3, and I'm just going to rewrite it. Okay, I'm just rewriting my 3. And then I'm going to put times, and then 2 squared. 2 times 2 is 4, so I'm going to put in that 4. Minus 6 plus 4. Ooh, forgot to put a time sign in here for you. Plus 4 times negative 3 squared. So we've already talked about that one. Negative 3 squared is going to be 9, okay? And then plus 2 squared, which is going to be 4, and then plus 3. So we could just go through and check our work, okay? So I've got my 3 here, which has been put in. I've got my 2 to the power of 2, which is put in. Negative 6, which is put in. Plus 4, nice. Negative 3 squared, excellent. Plus 4, brilliant. Plus 3, excellent. So now that I've done this, I'm going to go on to the next thing in my bed mass, which is division. Do I see any division? No, I don't see any division, so there's no reason to worry about it, okay? Now I'm going to do my multiplication, okay? And I'm just going to go through and I'm going to find all of the things that are multiplied, and I'm just going to cross them out as I go through, okay? So 3 times 4 is equal to 12. Beautiful. We've done that. We don't have to do anything to our minus 6. But here we've got a 4 times 9. 4 times 9. 4 times 9 is 36, right? So we're going to add 36 here. Is that right? 18? Yeah, that's right. 4 times 9 is 36, okay? So we can get rid of this stuff here now. We've gotten rid of all of this, and then plus 4 and plus 3. So let's put that plus 4 and plus 3. And now we can go on to our addition and subtraction. Okay, so we can do both of these at the same time, or we can do them one by one, just whatever's going to make it easiest for you. Okay, whatever's going to make it easiest for you. In this case, I'm going to go one by one and just cross them off as I go. Okay, so 13 minus 6. 13 minus 6 is 7. Okay, so cross that one off. Done. 36 plus 4 is going to be 40. Okay, so those two are done. And then finally, plus 3. Okay, we've done it all. Let's do it again. 7 plus 40, that is equal to 47 plus 3, and then we're going to have 50. Okay, so the value of all of those things together is equal to 50. Okay, and that's just substitution. It's as easy as that. We just take the numbers and we put them into the equation. The big thing is to remember, to put those brackets around it, because things like this are going to screw us up. Okay? Here's another one for you to attempt. Pause the video here so that you can have a go at this one. Okay? It's from another MCAT. Have a go at this, and then in a second, I'm going to show you how it's done. So write it down. Yeah, okay. I've given you enough time to write it down, so let's have a look at what we're doing. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm just going to rewrite my equation with all of the values substituted in. And remember, I am adding in my brackets or my parentheses as I go, right? So that way I know that I'm not making any mistakes in terms of doing my exponents later on down the road. Okay? So I've rewritten mine, and I'm just going to double check that everything that I've got is going to be the same, right? So x is equal to 2, so every time I see an x, I'm going to put in a 2. 3 times 2 squared plus 8 plus 2 times y. Y is negative 3. Negative 3 squared plus 2 squared minus 2. Brilliant. So we've double checked our work here. We know this is right. Okay, now following BEDMAS, remember? Following BEDMAS, I'm going to go through and double check all of this stuff. So brackets, well, my brackets don't really do anything here, so I don't have to worry about my brackets. My exponents. Okay, my exponents. I can go through and start copying over the things that I'm not changing and putting in the things that I am. So 2 squared is obviously 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Okay, so I have successfully done this, right? Plus 8 plus 2 times, right, negative 3 times negative 3. This is exactly the same problem that we were working through last time, right? Negative 3 times negative 3 is 9. So we've got a 9 here, and we can get rid of this one. Plus 2 times 2, well, this is the second time we've done this, so we know that this is 4, and then minus 2. So we've now gone through, and we've done all of these problems over again. Okay, so division, don't have to worry about in this problem. Okay, there's no division, so don't do anything with it. Multiplication, now we can go through and we can do our multiplication, cross them off as we go. Okay, so 3 times 4 is 12. Beautiful. Copying over the things that we don't need. Plus 8 plus 2 times 9. 2 times 9 is going to give us 18. So we can give that one 18 plus 4 minus 2. We've gone through and we have crossed off all of these other values. So we've done really well. Okay, and now we just go through and we do our addition and our subtraction. So this should be really easy for us. Oops, I'll stick with my colors so that I don't get confused. Equals 12 plus 8 is 20, right? Easy as. 18 plus 4, that's 22, minus 2, equals 20 plus 22, is going to be 42, and then we've got our minus 2 to finish off with, and 42 minus 2 is obviously 40. So the value of this when x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 3 is going to be 40. So again, this is a really, really easy concept, okay? And if you could practice enough of these, if you can do these well, then you're going to have a really good chance of getting your achieved marks in the test, okay? Right, good luck, have fun, take care.